All right guys, welcome back to the Outdoor Navigator. So this morning I woke up and I got to thinking I need to navigate somewhere. Here's a reenactment of what happened. Oh, whew. Now that was some good sleep, and that was a good dream. Man, I was navigating, I was outdoors, had awesome views. Gosh, that was great. I need to do something like that today. Where would be a good place to go? Maybe a state park. Maybe the first state park in Kentucky. Now that sounds awesome. Man, time to get up and navigate outdoors. Oh, let's do this. This ain't the outdoors. Man, I gotta get this fixed. Oh, to the outdoors. And here I am now. I'm in the vicinity of Pine Mountain State Resort Park in Bell County, and I'm getting ready to walk out to Chained Rock. Okay, so once I get out there, I'll tell you about the legend of Chained Rock. Got half a mile out and a half a mile back. Not too bad. Let's see how steep it is. Let's go. So starting this trail out, it's pretty good. It's a gravel trail, not a whole lot of tripping hazards. We're in early spring, so we're getting vegetation back on the trees. The only thing I'm looking for today is kind of keeping my eye out for them old nope ropes. You know what I'm talking about, them old snakes. They're starting to come out, so got to really watch what you're doing. The other day I seen a picture somebody posted on Facebook, and it showed a copperhead sitting there on the other side of a log. So, you know, just make sure when you're out navigating, you always keeping that 360 degrees around you. Actually, you want to look up, look down, look all around. That way you can protect yourself, because there's some stuff out there that'll bite you or hurt you. So you gotta keep your eyes open. All right, so guys, a little history on this Chained Rock. Now, we're gonna see it's chained, okay? Years ago, there was a legend down in Bell County, in Pineville. Anyway, this rock, it looms over top of the city of Pineville. So people that lived there, they'd look up and they could see this rock up there all the time. Well, this scared the children. So the parents told the kids that, hey, there's a big old chain up there that's holding that rock so that it won't come tumbling down. But somewhere in the 1930s, there was some out-of-town visitors from way up north, some northerners from New Hampshire. They came down and they were like, well, we've heard this story about that rock up there being chained, but I don't see any chain, at least not one that you could see from the town. So the townspeople, they got to thinking, they're like, we're gonna have to fix that. So they did. All right, so once they got myth busted, they had to fix it. So they formed some committees along with the local Kiwanis organization there in Pineville. And they came up with an idea. They said, hey, we got to get a chain, but we got to get one that's big enough so you can see it from the town below. So there's the town below. So they had to get one that was big enough that you could see it. Now, a suitable chain was found in a quarry, okay, in Hagen, Virginia. The chain come from a steam shovel owned by the Kentucky Virginia Stone Company. Okay, so it was bought, it was transported. So when it got to the base of Pine Mountain, it was cut in half, Okay, and it was hauled up to the top by members of the Kiwanis, the Boy Scout, and members of the Civilian Conservation Corps. So once they got it to the top, they joined the two pieces. Then they had the task of attaching it across through here, and it took 50 men and a bunch of mules to get that chain here all the way to way over there. On June 24th, 1933, they got everything attached and it was good to go. All right, now all these years later, the chain still hangs there. It's over 101 feet long, the chain is, and it spans 75 feet. All right, so now that they got it looking like that the rock is secure for everybody, now the main question was, is that rock gonna fall or not? Well, the thing is it's not really a rock, okay? It's just an outcropping jutting out from the earth. It ain't going nowhere, but you know, all those years ago when everybody was worried, you know, they got that chain there. And now when people look up from down there in Pineville and they see that chain, they can rest easy knowing that everything is good to go. So, cool story, cool little hike. The views don't get any better than this. I mean, no matter where I look. I mean, it's just awesome. It's just awesome all around. Check this out. I mean, man, this is cool. So that's the Story Chain Rock. I'm gonna get off here and we're gonna walk back down to the car and go have this picnic. So we'll be seeing you here in a little bit. Navigate outdoors. All right, so we just did the Chain Rock Trail, okay? That's pretty much the premier lookout, I think, up here. That's what everybody comes to see. That's the highlight. So we're right here at the parking lot. You can see there's quite a bit of parking spaces, so when you come up here, you should have no trouble. But let's walk up here and see what this lookout point's all about. So guys, that hike there, it was a half mile out and a half mile back. The half mile out is downhill. The half mile back is uphill. So, you know, when you get done with that, you're definitely ready to take a little breather. It's not a long hike, but hey, it was a little strenuous. So just people that don't get out and do a lot of hiking, just be aware of that. So, but we're gonna go out here. We're gonna check out this lookout. So stand by. I'll give you the front row seat. Drive this puppy right out through here. This is what it's all about, people. When I say getting outdoors, this is it. We're getting ready to walk into something that is beautiful, I know. Oh, wow. 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 Check it out. Man, that is awesome. There's the city of Pineville down through there. I mean, check that out. Can you imagine this in the fall? All right, so let's see. Let's check out this signage. The Narrows and Cumberland Ford. right, guys. Well, that's the end of this part of the journey, but the journey's not over. I'm going to go down here now. We're going to check out this amphitheater area, and we're going to have a picnic. And this would be a great place, I mean, for a weekend getaway. That's what we did. Woke up this morning and I said, let's navigate somewhere. And here we are. Wow. The hits just keep coming. So, the next thing I got to show you is the Laurel Cove Natural Amphitheater. All right, now, as far as what kind of events they're going to have down here, I do not know. But I will look that information up and I'll put it in the description. But I've never seen anything like this. I mean, this is awesome. All right, so you can see over here that we have got a bunch of chairs. Now I can see we got some with seat backs, and then I see we also got some natural chairs. I mean, it's just all these rocks. I mean, gosh, this is cool. So check this out. How cool is this? How cool is this? This is really neat. Now, like I said, I'm going to have to look up and see what kind of events that they have here. But I read that there's 338 chairbacks down there, okay? And this will seat 1,000 people total. But I mean, how unique is this? I mean, check this out. This is really cool. I mean, can you imagine coming down here and maybe checking out some kind of outdoor play or even some just folk music? I mean, the atmosphere, you just can't beat it. Let me zoom this out a little bit. Try to take this in. Wow. I'm gonna walk down here and I'm gonna give you the view looking back up this way. So give me just a second. All right. So if you were down here performing, this is what you would be looking at. Check this out. I mean, this is so cool. I don't know, we got some steps going to somewhere. Here's backstage. Here's your view backstage. I mean, cool, man. Look. That's awesome. This park just keeps blowing my mind. It's great. Let's go check out some more stuff. All right, so there's quite a few trails up here, but today we've decided we're just going to pick one since we're only staying one night other than the walk out to Chain Rock. So this one is the Honeymoon Falls Trail. We figured you can't go wrong with the waterfall, so let's get out through here and see what it looks like. All right, so starting out walking, looks like we're pretty much following a little creek that runs down this mountain. So there is quite a bit of elevation. So if you do hear any hard breathing, that's what that is. But you know, I mean, really pretty though. Everything's big up here. All right, well, let's roll up this hill a little bit more. I hear something. What could it be? Oh, cool. I don't know if this is it, but man, this sure is pretty awesome. Wow. Now that's coolness. We may go just a little bit farther, but there's one waterfall. I don't know if that's the one we were looking for or not. Let's just chase another one. Another cool spot. I mean, this is huge. It's hard to show on camera, but this is a big old cavern. And there's a big hole down there. Check that out. Well, we're not going to go in there though. Check out the water running. So awesome. Now this is interesting. Going through a cave. Hello. All right, so that was the waterfall. Okay, that was Honeymoon Waterfall. Honeymoon Waterfall. That was it. So the map that we got wasn't. It was a little bit cockeyed, I think, or something. Something was going on with that. So we weren't sure, but that was it. So anyway, we walked up on the top. We hung a right. Now we're headed back down. We're going to walk over to the. We're going to walk over to the lodge. So when we get over there, I'll kind of show you the outside of it and talk about it a little bit. So it's been a good hike. There's all kinds of little trails up here all over the place. So if you did come up and stay at the lodge or one of those cottages, there would be plenty of outdoor activities to do. I even seen they had canoes. So I don't know where they're doing that at, but that's cool. But it's out. I mean, it's kind of out there. And, you know, we're up here on a Saturday, and it's a beautiful day. I mean, the weather don't get any better. And there's nobody here. It's like we got it to ourselves. So, I mean, what a great getaway. And I'm going to say in the fall, it probably stays packed. But we'll find out because we're going to come back. Well, I'm going to try to pay attention. It's, like I said earlier, it's that time of year, man. It's snake season. And ever since that one time that I almost stepped on one, it's got me freaked out, man. I gotta keep my eyes on trail. It's not going to stop me from getting out here, but I definitely pay attention a whole lot more. So, all right, well, we'll catch back up with you when we get to the lodge. All right. I don't know if y'all can see over there, but the lodge is just over through them trees. Whoa, out of control. There it is. So anyway, we're finishing up the old Honeymoon Falls trail. Pretty cool. I mean, it said that it was, I think, 1.5 miles, and that was it. Some pretty good elevation at times, so did get us breathing heavy. Got some good exercise, worked up appetite. So we'll go up here and I'll tell you a little bit about this lodge. Pine Mountain State Resort Park is actually Kentucky's first state park. Shortly after the creation of the Kentucky State Park Commission in 1924, the citizens of the area of Pineville, Kentucky and Bell County joined with county officials to donate land in an effort to entice the commission into establishing a state park there. The land gift was accepted and the first state park was created and named Cumberland State Park. The name was changed to Pine Mountain State Park in 1938 to avoid confusion with another Kentucky state park named Cumberland Falls. The main development of the park began in 1933. This work was completed by the Civilian Conservation Corps, a federally funded program created to provide jobs and job skills to young men during the Great Depression. The CCC was able to construct roads, bridges, shelter houses, and hiking trails within the park. Log cabins were also constructed and a beautiful lodge. In the 1960s, the Commonwealth of Kentucky began major expansion projects in the state park system. Pine Mountain State Park benefited from this with the addition of 30 room units and renovations to the lodge, the construction of 10 new cottages, the installation of a swimming pool, a 9-hole golf course, and many rodent pools. Alright, so if you stay out up here at the lodge, right, all these rooms have a balcony. And when you look out of your balcony, this is what you get to look at. Totally worth it. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and close out this video. Pine Mountain State Park, the first state park established in Kentucky. Well, I can see why they picked this one as the first. It's a beautiful place. We had a wonderful stay. Our accommodations were nice. There was lots to do outdoors. And just listen. I mean, you can hear the birds chirping. I mean, you talk about relaxing. This was a good getaway for the weekend. And hey, try that every once in a while. You know, yeah, we didn't camp outside, but we got outside. We had a real nice place to stay last night. Last night we cooked out on the grill. We played some cards at that picnic table. And we just had a really good time. It was a good weekend getaway. I'll put all the information down in the description, okay, so you can make your own reservation if you want to come down here. But if you don't live in Kentucky, hey, I'm sure there's state parks around you. Make your reservation, get out there and navigate outdoors, because life is better when you navigate outdoors. We're going to hit some more state parks in the future, so we'll review those too and tell you what they're all about. And man, we're having a good time, and hopefully we can get out of state and do some other states. So I'll see you all in the next episode. Peace.